Hello, and welcome back, friends old and new. Deis Ferrous here, returning to you all, not us all, with some more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. We have just started to explore the chasm a bit more. We've reunited with Irliat and Abelard, so we actually have a pretty balanced team as we try to find the rest of our squad in the depths of Kamarag. We pretty effortlessly annihilated the what's it called? We pretty effortlessly annihilated the. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Abelard fatigued, old injury.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and
Move on
weigh
trauma.
every
That would
step.
get rid of the.
Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest
No.
cannon and save the day.
Let's try doing
Let's
this real
patch you
quickly.
up. Back into the fray.
No.
Let
That
me
work.
help.
I got rid of that.
Now where were we?
I'm not sure
Field
what the
medicine
skin
at
patch
its
does,
finest.
honestly. It doesn't really seem to be doing anything. But anyways, we just got through doing a very good job in the Kamarag gladiatorial rings. Oh my god, agility's minus 34, what? Some stolen time. Oh, that's probably messing him up a bit. And then fatigued. 2 stacks of that each. Abelard's struggling. But regardless, we've gone through the Kamarag slave rings. I'm pretty sure.
A nice little stroll.
There we go. I'm gonna wait to get past Scout before I mess with the tech use stuff. The razor-sharp keel of the flying craft glints fearsomely in the dim light. So where are we? We're up here. Roger. Pascal in the streets of Kamarag, and then Cassie and Jai are somewhere.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Yeesh. Yeah, we are still in Kamarag.
Mistress Irliat, the ship's crew would...
Oh, hello. You have very pretty wings. Okay. Interesting.
My success was inevitable.
The ease with which the flyer took to the air suggests that their body must be extremely light. Even small projectiles must pose a grave danger to them mid-air. Noted. Oh, hello. Oh. These things again. We're fighting with the mind worm that's still in our brain.
It's
Oh,
about
Jai.
time.
You shit-stained spawn of a second and a bilge rat. Let me in. The monster is looking at the frenzied Jai Hadari in cold silence. You pile of hot dung. Yeah, you dumb Ashmog. I'm talking to you. Jai Hadari looks match her coarse speech, disheveled, ratty, and bereft of all her jewelry and rakish glamour. Her eyes locked on the gatekeeping monster, brimming with fury and desperation, and her voice resembles a gruff bark. I feel like she's usually smiling in her portrait. Here's the deal. I need to see your master to take back what is mine. You hear me? He and I have unfinished business. It doesn't concern you. And besides... Jai notices you and breaks off. Shireen, you're alive! You... She grits her teeth. Apologies, Deis. One moment. She turns back to the monster. I'm with him. I only need 5 minutes. Don't be a second. The monster leans forward to take a closer look. The master said no. Only he is allowed. Go away. Oh, looks like you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, you piece of... Jai breaks off, starts coughing and throws her head back, drawing a labored breath. To your surprise, you see living flesh where her neck implants should be, punctured by narrow scars showing where the augment was once grafted onto the woman's skin. Now listen here, you ugly mug. I have an offer to make, and you do well to take it. This woman is with me. The oaf clumsily scratches at the flesh scar at the top of its head and concedes. Fine. The master permitted companions. She is a companion now. May the Exalted One shower you with blessings, Shadeen. I always knew you were a decent sort, not rotten inside. A bit out there, but not rotten. Jai bends over and gets another coughing fit, and spits out a crimson-tinted clot. Ah, Haji, take me. I should move my arse while I can still carry it around. Alveolar weave. Jeez, SN 100% wound. She has 50% chance of suffering bleeding at the start of her turn. As soon as she starts suffering from broken ribs, bleeding 7 is inflicted on her if she's not suffering from any levels of bleeding. She suffers 100% more damage from bleeding and toxins while suffering from broken ribs. Ooh. Mmm. Meat. The master ordered that you be let through. When you approach, a few augmetics spring to life inside the monster's bulk. An injector hisses, filling its blood with compounds that cause its veins to bulge and its muscles to swell and twitch spasmodically. What kind of creature are you? That's not what I hit. The monster snorts and puffs out its massive chest. I am an Acrothist, servant of Master Tervantius, his meat driver. What is an Acrothist? An augmented warrior is called a Rak because the homunculus invades his nature like a conqueror, wrecks the mundanity, and creates perfection from whatever is left. An acolyte is a superior among the Raks. An Acothist is a superior among the Raks, as well as the strongest and most frightening. What offenses earned you this hideous transformation? No offenses. Labors. I toiled to be granted this honor. I begged for it, and I received it. Perhaps it's the only way to survive in a frightening place like this. You have my sympathies, nevertheless. It is the weak who need sympathy. I am not weak. The roar is magnified by the echo inside the helm. It hurts your ears. Just pulling your leg. The monster huffs strenuously. It seems to be perplexed by the sophisticated nature of your social gambit. I have no more questions. The sullen hiss of a pump built into the Hulk's body is your only reply. Right? Okay. Neat. We now have Jai with us. And I do kind of wonder how you actually check the what's it called? Check the augments implanted in someone. Implies blinded, slowed, fatigued, perplexed, or disturbed. Velocity. Deadly aim. Degraded defense. Do do do. Vibrant. Hmm. Second fan. Wow, that's actually really good. Straight up free healing. Not call. Damn, call him out. Yeesh, there's a lot of exemplar talents. Shin, out of my way. Peak condition. Wow, 20% to their strength. If it goes to strength equals to 20% of their maximum wounds. That's nutty. Gotta get that on Abelard. Pinpoint accuracy. Puncture. Fend. Shot through. Attacks cannot be dodged. Steel shell. Tipping point. Increase by toughness. That's really good. Yeah, tricky defense. We'll go with that. Let's get... House has been... Our better die for the Emperor is pretty good. There we go. Inventory. First off, let's get you some armor. Use light. Thing here that is useful for you. Jeez, I have two people who have combat tech fairies, and those are the two that I don't have right now. Info, it's press the advantage. It's a master tactician, so yeah, I'll give that to you, just because no reason not to. You have the ring. He... Got that. Splinter rifle. Swap that out. Fine. It's the best one-handed. 7 to 9. 6 to 8. 8. 6. Alright. Cool. Don't really have any equipment for you though. Tech use. 100% tech use.
One and it's done.
Ooh. Side rating. Not useful right for this run, really. Is 6 for attack, not 2 for objects. And we're getting 6 temporary wounds for each. That's neat. Wraithbone grenades. Damage inflicts 6 deaths and restore effects time from the next round. Okay, I'll grab one. Set, Abelard set. Jay will take 2. Go Jai. Oh,
And
hello.
done.
We'll just loot these guys real quick. Service pattern auto gun.
Follow my lead!
A job for me.
Okay, Jai's got really good tech use, I didn't realize. Let's run back, do a little bit more looting of the stuff that we passed previously. I didn't realize how good
My
Jai's tech
pleasure.
use was. Whatever, I have 20. Yulia has 35, 30, 113. Oh, but she has it set to use her fellowship. That explains it.
One and
She has
it's
some
done.
passive that allows that. This transport adorned with massive blades would make it for a deadly weapon on the battlefield. Yeah. Spinneret Weber. Incubus Clave. Throws a weakness effect on it. His melee attack is increased by... That'd be great for Hendrix. Three times fire rating. That'd be great for Hendrix. Deadeye shot. That's good for you. Spinneret Weber. Venom Blade. So I know I have weapons as part of your build, so I'm gonna swap that around, I guess. Honestly, plus 10 armor against Xenos enemies isn't bad. Oh, and the stream's down. Why is the stream down? Is it just on my end? Okay, cool. Stream's back. Hopefully that's not gonna be a problem all today.
A new challenge for me?
Go, Jai.
A job for me.
Oh, neat. That just opens up the pathway. Good to know.
My pleasure.
Nothing but not a lot particularly useful.
I won't tolerate weakness.
It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
And done.
I'm surprised these guys just do not care that I'm like opening up all their staircases. Okay, let's see. Got Jai. See, an anatomical opera. That goes to. Does that go to? That goes here. Okay. It's the anatomical opera.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Don't know why it like re-hid the map. The ease with which the flyer took to the air suggested their body must be. Oh, it's this one. Okay. See, I guess let's go into the anatomical opera then. No clue where Pascal and Cassia are, which is concerning. Hopefully we find them soon. I do not want to leave either of them behind on this planet. Not promising. Don't like this. Hello? Free BP1. Don't like that hand. Mind Maggot's Agony. Mind Maggot's Death Throws. Don't like that. That's like Conrad.
Victory awaits.
Theodora. Generous. Vigdis. Ravor. Is this the exit? No, we're just stuck here now. Alright. Not the biggest fan of all this. Lords. Edelthrad. The corpse hanging from the structure turns its flayed face to you. Archmaginator. To Vantias, the Archmachinator. Oh, don't like how that guy looks. The creature in front of you is a patchwork of skin stuffed with darkness, corruption, and sharp objects. Staring at you with its scalpel eyes, it grumpily remarks, "Such a disobedient specimen. You're still not dead? An anomaly." Its foul, corrupt thoughts reach out to you, groping at your face. "I need help. But I see you will soon become a very obedient specimen. Convulsive spasms, hysterical reactions. Come here." The creature pokes you in the chest, its triangular fingernail easily penetrating your skin. A strange sound throbs at the edge of your awareness, a sound similar to your own scream. A grotesque spider-like figure looms over you. Its limbs wave frantically, chittering and clicking as they rip something apart and stitch it back together. And you realize its canvas is your flesh. The Xenos' gaze is indifferent, and his low voice echoes through the room. "The sample has been extracted. The specimen is alive. Body and mind expected to function within normal parameters, Monkey." Examine the Xenos. There's something fundamentally wrong with the Xenos' silhouette and its twitchy, abrupt movements, and it sets your mind reeling in anguish and disgust. Each of its mechanical tool appendages seems designated to be as sickening and as horrifying as possible. What happened to me? The control worm in your nervous system detected my proximity. It signaled it was dying by injecting a lethal dose of hallucinogenic euphorians into your bloodstream. A resourceful individual. That thing in my head is your pet? The Drukari holds up the pale maggot, the same one you saw in Madazai's hands. As you watch, the tool appendages perform a swift dissection. The maggot's flesh bursts under the scalpel-like claw and blossoms into a disgusting, slimy flower. The Xenos' slow manner of speaking creates an unnerving dissonance with the frantic movements of his limbs. "I grew this specimen specifically for you, Monkey. During your interrogation, it intoxicated your feeble senses to limit unnecessary resistance. What a curious experiment it was. I usually extract control worms from specimens posthumously. You possess some degree of bodily fortitude." The Xenos suddenly lets out a spiteful cackle, a surprisingly lively reaction for such a cold creature, which made for an unpleasant surprise for Drakon Madazai. Former Drakon, that is. That foolish whelp expected less of you, and you humiliated him. It gave me something to think about. A good specimen. This good specimen desires a reward for his impressive performance. No, that's not. I completely misinterpreted that. I completely misinterpreted that one. For some reason, my brain was thinking reward the maggot, which, like, at the same time of thinking reward the maggot, my brain was also going, the maggot's already dead, though. And after all this, you decided to grovel before the Master of Flesh. How very primitive, Alontak. I rarely use positive reinforcement, but your behavior has been obedient, so why not? The Xenos reaches one of his smaller appendages inside one of his own body cavities, pulls out a bundle wrapped in skin, and tosses it at you without looking. This no longer interests me. Take it. Oh! Oh, Abelard, I have a new cape for you. I offer you my gratitude for saving my life. The concept of gratitude is unclear to me, but you will work off your debt. The Arabinian urged me to pay attention to your allegedly extremely gifted sound specimen. Let us see if you make a good tool. Same as you, little moth. The Xenos points a mangled limb towards Irliet. Unless, of course, the darkness of Kamarag burns you as fast as the others. Irliet flinches. What does this mean, homunculus? Who knows, Asayani? Who knows? The Xenos makes a chuckling sound. You, a Jukari, would do business with a human? How remarkably open-minded. Do business? The homunculus looks puzzled. I will do no business with you. I will use you. You survived a battle in the arena, which means you have uncommon parameters for your kind. You are a lesser organism, true, but the towering heights of my wisdom make it difficult to distinguish between your inferiority and the inferiority of most of my kin. Okay, he's got an ego, that's for sure. What exactly did this Arabinian tell you about me? The Xenos lets out a strange sound that almost resembles a scoff. This information should not burden your undeveloped mind. The Arabinian told me enough to give you the chance to enter the anatomical opera. That is all you need to know. What do you want from me? You will return to the area of the Fatal Thirst. You will kill a few of the witches' fosterlings for me. You might even spill the blood of one of the blood-stained proselytes. The homunculus looks past you as he delivers his imperious speech. They are long overdue. They are long overdue a small lesson in humility. They have forgotten their place. They lack respect. They do not appreciate my work. They fail to recognize my authority. Still staring into the distance, he continues to list his grievances with maniacal thoroughness. Hello, witches. Do you have a tail? The homunculus makes a snapping sound. Here comes Abus and his fosterlings. The leader of the blood-stained proselytes has paid a visit to the anatomical opera. Take this opportunity to study them. They won't dare touch you here. What will I get out of this? Or will you coerce me as you do everyone else? Coercion will be more than enough. If you disobey, I will turn you into material for my creations and ensure that you feel and are aware of every manipulation performed on your flesh. But if you do what I tell you to do, I will let you live for a while longer. Cooperation will increase your odds of survival. As long as you continue to be of use to me, I will maintain your organic parts, and perhaps even let you play with some of my less significant samples. I do not serve enemies of humanity. I never turned down the opportunity to kill a few Xenos. The response is acceptable. If you behave like a good specimen, Monkey, you may eventually receive my help in escaping Kamarag. Jai coughs violently. Help? From you? You think anyone will believe that again after your foul experiments? Jai touches a scar on her neck and coughs again. The Fleshmaster is mad enough to help us escape in favor of his own unholy designs. But the price, Alonzak, will be unfair and terrible. Obedience will be rewarded. Take your crude gear with you. I abhor such technological banality, but a creature as undeveloped as you may find it of use. You hear one of the joints of Tervantius's arm click. Once you are finished with this, go, and look at the ones who will be your executioners when the time comes for you to die. Oh, we getting all our shit back? That'd be awesome. Oh yes, we are. The sheer primitiveness of your technologies. Go, specimen. Deliver Tervantius's message in blood to the arena witches. The homunculus gestures imperiously at the exit. I would like to speak to you about a member of my retinue who was delivered to you. Which specimen in particular interests you? My navigator, Cassia, was with me when we were captured. Where is she now? The female with an exceptionally strong connection to the Veil, as well as a number of rare monkey mutations, most notably a third eye. I'm studying the influence of complete isolation from the Veil and the outside world on the specimen's abilities, sanity, and physical condition. She no longer screams inside her reservoir, but she is certainly still alive, and I'm not yet ready to conclude the experiment. Those from my retinue deserve better than to be confined by you. Relinquish them. Cervantius gives you a look of confusion. Why would I, specimen? With a full escort, I would have a better chance of succeeding in contributing to your plans. Then find yourself other fighters. The chasm has enough prisoners, mercenaries, and gladiators. My specimens are not yours to waste. I recognize your power over me and beg for your leniency. Cervantius responds with a derisive smile. You are so naive, Monkey. Have you been convinced by your impotent mind that I could be appeased by such a trite demonstration of obedience? You should be on your knees whenever you are in my presence. Now get out of my sight. I'm looking for my tech priest, Pascal. The specimen prone to technomaniacal compulsions. He did reveal that name during his interrogation. The homunculus twitches his spindly blade fingers in the way an insect moves its legs. Working on him was a curious process. He resisted my enhancements with such intensity, but then the specimen fell into depression, so I lost interest and cast him into the chasm. A flawed specimen. He must surely be dead by now. I was curious to see what kind of symbiosis might emerge between rudimentary monkey augments and my own unflawed creations. Much like cartilage infused with steroids will swell a subject's feeble body, new computational circuits sprouted throughout his algorithm. I found the process enlightening. I've learned all I wanted. Do not waste my time, specimen. I must take my leave. Ah, God, how are we gonna get fucking... Wait, is that 2 years? Oh no, I think that's just the, that's you, yeah. I think that's just the, yeah, that's, on the Jukari. How are we gonna get Cassie back? That's gonna be a problem. Hold a moment. Off on your merry way, are you? Oh, good for you, but what about me and my Aji damned problem? Jai points to the scar on her throat. I require your aid, homunculus. Cervantes arches an eyebrow. You forget yourself, specimen. Go and serve my will, and should I ever decide to show you favor, I will do so at a time of my choosing. You made a deal. You promised you would provide help. Do not think of reneging on what we agreed upon. A deal? Cervantes hisses. You wretch. I do not make deals with the like of you. I command you, and if you insult me by insinuating that you and I are equals ever again, I will deprive you of the privilege of cohesive organic existence. My success benefits you. It is reasonable for you to help me. The homunculus waves you off in irritation. If you are unable to make yourself useful, I would rather wait for you to die and find myself a better tool. You should be worthy of my attention, not a drain on it. Is there anything I can offer to repay a being of such brilliance for the attention he may graciously grant me? Cervantes' smile is a strange combination of contempt and pleasure. Your paltry possessions do not interest me. If you had something that could intrigue a master sculptor such as I, perhaps a remarkable piece of organics, then I might grant you a few short moments of my time. If it is a sacrifice of flesh you want, artisan of flesh, then I am ready to offer myself as one. Juliet's voice vibrates, but she keeps her eyes locked on Cervantes. Will you take my flesh? I will take more than flesh. I can extract something far more valuable from a single shred of your organics. The homunculus smiles unnervingly. This does interest me. I will not remove much of her. Her functionality will not suffer. Juliet, why? This will be a step upon the path of atoning for the errors of my past, Alantak. If my sacrifice will bring you close to salvation, I will commit myself into the hands of this tormentor. Accept your payment. She's yours. Cervantes produces a device fitted with an unusually long needle. Try not to squirm, little insect. The needle needs to go through your spinal stone, heart, and spine, so that I can collect all 3 samples at once. And it is so very fragile. Juliet presses her lips together and nods. Do your work, Flesh Stealer. I do not fear you, nor do I fear pain. She goes on to mouth these words over and over, like a mantra when the homunculus drives a needle into her chest. A click comes from inside her body. Juliet pales, her face twisted in torment, but she remains as still as a statue. Very slowly, Cervantes pulls the needle out of her, examines it critically, then finally nods. The sampling was successful. He gives Juliet a dismissive glance. I have no further need of you. I met a monster in the mangled sector, a creature that can steal years of its victims' lives and mutilate their bodies. You able to heal that? Cervantes' mechanical limbs start to wave with excitement. I recognize the mark of Chatonos, exquisite feeding. What an honor it is for you to be the vessel with which my marvelous creation satisfies its thirst, and to give your modest life force, so it may be transformed by an energy converter. Fear not, specimen. It is within my power to reverse the effects of its touch. The Chatonos was an interesting experiment, one that could convert the life force of its victims into fuel, but it was a flawed, disobedient specimen that escaped. He glances at you mockingly. I do not recommend escaping, specimen. The pain from the transformation only stops after I inject the blocker, and I only do it at the end of the procedure. Do you wish to spend the rest of your existence with the sensation of your skin melting and your bones snapping? Okay. Well, we've fixed Abelard. That's good. Uh... The appendages protruding from the Xenos' back move restlessly, emitting an unnerving screech. Cervantes is completely engrossed in his apparatus and spares you no attention. Master Cervantes, I require a moment of your precious time, and I'm willing to pay for it. Ooh. Okay, cool. Good thing we got 2 of those. After rummaging through what you have, Cervantes pulls out a fragment of flesh that has caught his eye. He splits off a piece of it and places it in his mouth, thinks for a while, and finally concludes. Curious. You have earned my attention, specimen. Speak quickly. You took my companion's respiratory augment, and now she is dying. Return it immediately. Cervantes places an appendage on his chest with an almost comically human gesture of wounded pride. What striking proof of the innate shallowness of your kind. After ridding her of that crude device you refer to as an augment, I restored an intriguing feature of her genetic code. So be it. I will not squander my best materials on her. I will return her mechanism without delay. First, let us remove the redundant parts. Several instruments of death with blades of varying length, thickness, and curvature appear on Cervantes' hands. He bares his teeth and adjusts his jaw in an insinuating voice. Which one do you choose? Jai's mouth twists, and she looks ready to unleash a torrent of profanity in the homunculus's face, but she stops herself and swallows her ire. With her head bowed, the smuggler lies down again under the Xenos' knife. Okay. Posvex, 50% less damage from bleeding and toxin. Her wounds cannot drop below 0 because of those effects. She cannot suffer from broken ribs. Isn't that good? At start of combat, she suffers bleeding 4. Eesh. The augments are interesting, though. That's really cool.
Follow my lead.
Okay. We're all fixed up for the most part, though, so we can get moving now. Hopefully. We leave? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. So somewhere on the streets is Pascal. And we're gonna need to basically buy Cassia back from this man. It's a problem. So Anton go off, lift to the mangled sector. Let's make our way to the pit. See if there's anything down here at all. If something's changed in the pit, that'd be pretty useful. Oh yeah, let's re-equip all our stuff. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. Grave, foam hammer. Oh, we automatically equipped all of our stuff. That's cool. That's really cool. Gee, really like that shield. And it's better than the heavy shield too, so we ballin'. With 200% damage. Session deal 180% gains 32% time. That's fine. Okay. Got all our stuff back, which is really nice. I do still want this for me. I actually really like that hat. Plus 10 fellowship and 9% critical hit chance. Info. And allies. Yeah, based on my fellowship, so like, that's just really good. Combat tactics. Don't have anyone with my combat tactics characters. Seen. Kills enemies, goes good. The game of something fantasy. My Abelard, I actually want to swap off the Maul. Excruciating Maul. Neat Chainsword. Two-handed. Maul's got good armor pen and good base damage. Heavy Xenomash. Carapace of Shadows. 65 or more. He's only 55. Otherwise, I probably would swap that on, but eh. Yeah. Gonna take that. You can take that. What was it? I'm using swords. Deadeye shot. Honestly, I'll die ranger sights and just focus on, because you do a lot of Deadeye shots with her. Yeah, that's pretty good. What boots do you have? Yeah, that's good. Take that. Actually do like both of those for you. Okay, I think we're pretty good for now. Okay. Don't mind me. Is anything changed in the pit? Let's see. Okay, no, this is just where we're... This is basically just our hub for the time being. So nothing's gonna really go on here. Hey, Malice. Malice's translucent eyelid membranes are closed. His voice is drowsy and languid. You alive, humanling? You really must be someone after all. If the arena spared you, well, you should celebrate. From this day on, you're a shrieker. My protection, shelter, and equipment are now yours to claim. I have some questions. Ask away, humanling, but try not to bore me with your chatter. What are the Shriekers? A gang of criminals? Criminal in Kamarog. The word sounds like a joke. The Shriekers are a gang of the doomed. They live in expectations of their inevitable death in the arena. And that makes death a lot more sense. And that death makes a lot more sense than all the other deaths on offer in the Dark City. We are gladiators. We go into the arena to rip helpless meat to shreds. Then we become the helpless meat ourselves. When the end is predetermined in the spires, it's always predetermined. You start to see death in more simple terms. You stop being afraid of it, and you learn to enjoy life. We are a gang of people who enjoy life. There's actually something dignified about this grim readiness to die. The snake laughs and leans towards you. Oh yes, we're really dignified. Death is a rare and exquisite event that only happens once in your life. Only an idiot would fear it and avoid thinking about it. Want to know more about the arena? The arena is the giver of life in Kamarog. Without the psychic sustenance created by pain and suffering, the masters of the Dark City would die off. It's just how they are made. The hungry come to the arena to gorge themselves, and the witch cults that rule the arenas ply their guests with bloody spectacles and heinous tortures. The chasm is controlled by the Fatal First, not the biggest witch cult, but an old and respected one. Three succubi stand at its head: Tazara, Kikaros, and Sinistoria, the most influential of all. But Tazara disappeared not so long ago, and Sinistoria's been lying low ever since she forged an alliance between her cult and the Reaving Tempest. So the deadly Kikaros is now in charge of the arena. Why do you think I wound up here? I couldn't care less why you're here. My guess is you were rubbish, is you were dumped. The chasm is a cesspit. Everything gets thrown in here. Rubbish, bodies, prisoners. It all simmers together until the Ducati masters fish out whatever they need from the ponds. Fighters, entertainment, living flesh. I have no more questions. Good. In Kamarag, unnecessary questions can kill you quicker than a blade. I need some equipment. Let's see what Malice has to lavish upon one of his shriekers. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So is this gonna actually, like, cost me anything? Sure. Okay, let's see. Newest to oldest. New shotgun. The distortion. Ducati weapon efficiency. That is an upgrade on the toxic knife. Shuriken pistol. Scorpion sting. Needle rifle. Okay, we've gone over all this. There's more damage, but the acid spitter. Okay, that's fine. That's just a big honking shield there. Let's hold out for a second. My pistol. Rifle, that's fine. Armor. Iron shield. Honestly, I still like the Flames of Retribution because the shield is cool. Is slightly more shield, but like that burning on fire whole thing going on, like that's cool. Let's do MP Strike of Coronis ability. All MP can make an additional attack this turn. That's pretty good. Dodge against non-all-die enemies. So that's also pretty good. Melee type gain 10% critical hit chance to the end of their next turn. All bleeding, burning, or toxic effects applied by the user's +2. Shot range attack from any cover, this attacking +7 armor pen. 23, yeah. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. Pungent Smoke Grenade. Gladiator's Healing Kit. No, we still have the Worn Seal in our possession. That's interesting. And inflicts +7 levels of toxin. The toxic saturation effect. I want to get that on Jai. Okay. I didn't. No, didn't give me the option to talk about what's his face again anymore. I noticed there's an option to talk about the commissar the first time I went to him, but it's gone now. So, all right, let's go, team. Uh, Beans. I guess we just gotta go to the. Let's go to the mangled sector. Oh, hello. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
I have learned much in my exile.
An empty vial is lying on the ground. It contained repipropine, a stimulant that heightens one's perception of moving objects but hinders their ability to see stationary obstacles. Interesting.
Watch your steps.
Examine the fresh corpse. Don't be, Pascal.
One and it's done.
Reaver's tendons. Tendons enhanced with synthetic thread. 10 times more resilient than regular tissue and capable of withstanding tremendous strain during fights?
I won't
Interesting.
tolerate weakness.
You managed to, when the closest in the pile catches your eye, synthetic sinew, something something. I'll take a knife. Pascal! The crooked figure wrapped in crimson looks nothing like the Pascal Hahnemann you know. For his silhouette, hunched though it may have been under the weight of his potentia coil, used to radiate authority and the power of restricted knowledge. Now he simply looks broken. His raiment is soiled with dark red bloodstains and black blotches of sacred unguents. His mechadendrites wriggle sluggishly like dying snakes. Pascal does not look at you, for his gaze is focused inside his own body. There's a horrible gaping wound in his chest. You see glinting, clanging mechanisms squirming within. Pascal has plunged his fingers into the wide, dripping maw of the wound and is in the process of palpating his metal image with great care. Look at him closely. It is difficult to say if the procedure that Pascal has undergone was torture, sacred augmentation, or vivisection. His flesh is covered in fresh sutures interspersed with wounds that no one has taken the trouble to stitch up. An ordinary human would have long since bled out, but the Ferrum Sanctum sustains the bodies of the adepts of the machine god. His metallic insides are exposed to the eye in all their vulgar and bloody nakedness. Pascal, can you hear me? This statement is true, Deis. Pascal looks up at you. His skin has gone yellowish and clammy from the lubricant like sweat, and there is something strange about the pupil in his left eye. You look closer and realize that its shape is no longer round. It's a tridecagon. Tridecagon? I'm gonna need to Google what a tridecagon is because I don't know what that is. Tridecagon. Oh, that's interesting. How many sides is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, it's a 13 shaped, like 13 sided, like I don't want to say circle, but it's a 13 sided 13 sided shape. What happened to you? An act of defilement. This unit was subjected to a profane invasion. The dry words coming from the Vox speaker rustle like sand. Under the cold layer of formality, you sense panic. A Xenos touched my Ferrum Sanctum, removed parts of it, and changed other parts. Branded my true flesh with ulcers of forbidden metal. What became of you after our capture? This unit was immobilized, transported to the laboratorium of a Xenos with the designation Cervantius, the Arch Machinator, studied, anatomized. His vox begins to vibrate ominously, as if he is about to burst into a hysterical scream. Then this unit was changed. Its sacred augmentations were subjected to restructuring, complete replacement, modification, Then this unit received basic medical assistance. Then this unit. The voice from the Vox speaker fades to a whisper. Then he lets me go. Is there a way I can help you? This statement is false. The voice from the speaker becomes drier and calmer. The impure augmentations were inserted into the technical cycle of the operation of my true flesh. Their direct excision will, with an undetermined yet high degree of probability, cause the cessation of my vital functions. Pascal's fingers widened the edges of his wound. Blood mixed with the sacred unguents trickled down his wax-like skin. His sunken chest contains more metal than you thought possible. You see the gray tissue of his lungs pierced by dozens of thin tubes, an unfamiliar organ made of synthetic fiber, imprisoned in a cage of protective rings. The wide cover over his respiratory system that disappears into his trembling larynx. All these augmetics are riddled with small grafts of xenotech clinging to them like rust. What exactly did they change? Detecting numerous replacements in chain of command distributors. Alterations have been made to the operational algorithm of the encoder inside my cortical augmetic. Pascal now speaks with complete indifference and calm, as if reading out an inventory of spare parts at a warehouse. The chemical inject analyzer has been destabilized. He falters, and hints of humanity creep back into his voice. He sounds almost bewildered. There are other changes. I cannot understand what they are, what their function is. If this does not pose an immediate threat to your life, leave the xenometal inside your body for now. We will deal with it later. Request denied due to the violation of the Ninth Universal Law. The alien mechanism is a perversion of the true path. There is resignation in Pascal's voice. You're a warrior of comprehension. Survive, then, and comprehend. That's a survive, comma, then, comma, and comprehend. I feel like I'm missing a definition of the word then, apparently. This statement is true. Pascal's voice grows firm. I am a warrior of comprehension. Comprehension is the key to all things. I will comprehend the anathema, and in doing so, prevail. I will not yield. Pascal forces himself upright and says in a faltering voice, this unit is ready to serve. Omnisaya, have mercy on me. Hell yeah. We got the boy. Now we just need to figure out how to get... Okay, you got all your stuff. Cool. Stella Neutrona. Taking warp damage. Yeah, you're gonna take the Stella... Oh, that's less armor pen, though. 10% less armor pen. Oh, that's a lot more damage. Is minimum 2 higher than the maximum of the other? Okay, yeah, we're gonna swap that out. Alpha's arc rifle. Didn't I get a plasma pistol? Oh yeah, there it is. Procyon, a plasma pistol. That's neat. That's neat, but not particularly useful at the moment. Medium armor. Might swap that out. No. Put around any incoming damage from Attacks grants away plus 10 armor for the next round. Strength is 65. I give you the Carapace of Sorrows. That's actually not bad. That is actually an upgrade. 10 armor against melee attacks. Take the Carapace of Sorrows. What was it? Compact weapon in the form of a ring that allows ways to find melts a scorching shot. Wait, where's the... Give us a giant by mistake. Just the advantage. Dog. Page over time. There it is. No. Am I going crazy? Is... There it is, combat tactics area. Fellowship. Oh, if only one of the combat tactics areas is active. Yeah, that's ever actually gonna be useful. Okay, that is my bad. I was not paying that much attention. Okay, let's
about
move.
time.
We need to upgrade Pascal real quickly. Every self is in the game. Deadly aim. I think Flesh Wounds is pretty good. Steel Shell. Eh. I'm just gonna stick with Flesh Wounds for now. Yeah, the large number of expensive accessing exploits to attack. Free exploits is pretty nice. Exploit weakness. I'll get informed hit, I think. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, cool. So now we have everyone we can get at the moment. So let's make our way over to the arena. So I think the only one we're waiting on is the only one we're really waiting to get back is Cassie, who seems like we need to cooperate with... You cooperate with what's-his-face?
A new challenge for
World
me?
Fiorina? No? Okay. Help Cassia. Come on, minimize, minimize, minimize. Catch because you don't succeed negligible. Cross selective entity to Anton for reasons own only to the champions themselves. Oh, I see. I think actually we need to go back in there and actually like interact with the
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Am I going the right way? Yes. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I think I need to actually interact with the dudes who walked in. I thought that was just kind of flavor text. My bad. Ulfar? Hello. The powers of this cage are sturdy enough to stop a tank. The fear or the fury of a post-human.
Not to see them cut down. My hands unclean. Alone. The past guarding.
God, he sounds like a monster, not a space marine. Singing softly under his breath, the man of enormous proportions is intently stripping raw meat from a bone with his teeth. His unwashed red hair is falling into his face. His beard is matted and bloodstained, and the aforementioned teeth look more like fangs than any human equivalent. A less knowledgeable person might not recognize this giant humanoid, but you are well aware that this is a space marine, an angel of the Emperor. The scar tattoos on his body, which at first appeared as abstract and primitive, together form the angular image of a wolf's mouth with barbed fangs. This person must be of the genetic offspring of Lehman Russ, space wolf of Fenris. Fenris Holjarvak.
Fenris Yolda, mortal. You know the old words. Good words. Strong as a rock. Sharp as the blade of a force axe. Deadly as a kraken's tooth.
The red-haired giant's jaws stop their work. Emotions are hard to read on the crudely hewn face, but you think you have surprised him. The words are spoken in the guttural rasp of an inveterate killer, wholly in keeping with the man's formidable appearance. But you did not expect him to slip into poetic epithets so readily.
What do you want?
Picking up a piece of meat from between his teeth, the warrior resumes his murmured singing. Between the lines of his song, he tosses out. Study the man. The huge body with straggly, overgrown red hair perfectly suits the deep, chilling voice of this man, or of this beast in the guise of a man. Tribal scar-like tattoos cover his chest, arms, and back, and you glimpse intricate braids in his mass of unwashed hair. His body bears so many pale scars you cannot count them all, and muscles bulge beneath his skin like boulders. He looks like a statue carved from stone. It is clear that captivity has sapped this prisoner of none of his physical power. Your assessment is confirmed when you spot the remains of a Drukadi in the pile of carrion at his feet. Likely one of the homunculus' servants, the Drukadi's flesh appears to be making a fine snack for your new acquaintance. Listen closely to the song the prisoner is singing to himself. You do not know the language. Sounds seem crude and mangled, but not entirely lacking the harsh dignity of a form of Gothic, while also sounding similar to the rumble of a landslide. Sharp and choppy guttural phrases tumbling forth in a harsh rhythm. Try to join in the singing. You close your eyes and enter the flow of the song, like slipping into a fast-flowing mountain river. Words rise up naturally in your mind. They are not the same ones sung by the prisoner, but you sense their aptness. Verse flows from your lips, full of surprising poetic metaphors and bloody details of a nameless hero fighting monsters under the light of unfamiliar stars.
You are one who has supped the mute of the Skjalds, I see. In the long haul, some of my brothers would be eager to tell you of their exploits, so that you would sing a saga of their deeds.
When the song ends, the red-haired giant looks at you in surprise. The ice in his eyes thawing slightly. Who are you?
I am a wolf.
At first glance, the man does not strike you as possessing great intellect. He is clearly more accustomed to mauling and killing than thinking. You detect a certain shrewdness in his eyes. After looking you over, he says shortly, "How did you come to be here?"
My pack answered the Inquisition's call and came to the Coronis Expanse. There was a battle, and then the young wolves yearning to be meat for their brotherlings. To a feast of bolters they went out roving. Though they were but few, one long fang with them went loping. Not to see them cut down by scythes unclean. The pups he sent scattering, and there stood alone the paths guarding. For a foe he long spied, one worthy among unworthy. The song of swords singing, they clashed with clamor and skill, until stood the old wolf upon the bones. Then, by the birds of battle, was he brought down.
Interesting.
Oh, was that clear enough? This saga sounds less interesting in prose.
The giant chuckles. Why does the homunculus keep you in a cage?
For his own safety. When I am not busy killing inhuman spawn in the arena, the Xenos fear my will.
The giant lets out a low growl that rings with the fury of a wild beast. We suffer the same fate. I was also captured by the Xenos. They forced me to kill for their entertainment.
But I sit in a cage while you roam freely around their city. They do not fear you. Maybe there is a reason for that. Maybe our fates are not the same at all.
You must be planning an escape, yes?
And why do you want to know?
Grinning, the warrior runs his fingers through his dirty hair, making himself look even wilder in the process. Don't they feed you?
A predator does not eat only when it is hungry. There are many reasons to eat.
The warrior looks at you in mild surprise, then understanding brings a crooked grin to his face. There must have been a reason for this bloody repast. For a moment, the vicious grin loses some of its sincerity, and the bloodthirsty prisoner casts an intense, scrutinizing look on your face, as if trying to read your thoughts. I wish to know more about your brothers.
That butcher sent you to spy for him, did he? Or do they know nothing of the Emperor's Angels, the Space Wolves of Fenris, or the great Lehman Russ in your corner of the galaxy?
With a crooked smile, he narrows his eyes at you. I have no more questions. Chewing, he wipes the blood from his mouth with the back of his hand. A warrior such as you could prove useful to me.
To get what you want, you will have to convince two very headstrong individuals. Me and my captor. That claw-handed Xenos.
Step away from the cage. Interesting.
Victory awaits!
Oh, there's Matazai. I didn't even notice him there. Can't actually get up that way. The tall Ducati, whose body is riddled with painful-looking puncture wounds, and dotted with metal rings and clamps, lets out a chuckle as you approach, and begins speaking in his own language. Your elucidator hisses to life, translating the words. Look, Carrion, is this the monkey that cost you your place at the Archon's side? Matazai's eyes flare with turquoise fire at the sight of you, an immediate, uncontrollable urge to kill. The Ducati seizes the blades hanging from his belt, and freezes at the shouts of the muzzle-studded Xenos. Careful with the meats for the arena, Matazai. If Sinistora is short on toys for her fighters, you will be punished again. She seems to enjoy pitting you against Chimerae. Maybe this time she won't deem it necessary to give you back your skin after you slay them all. The motionless Matazai turns his head towards his kin, and you notice a thin red strip on his neck below his ear. Like a fresh stitch, shaking with barely contained rage, the former Drakon stares at you with dark eyes. So so you and your rabble are the champions of the local arena? The Avis frowns at the sound of the elucidator and turns away from you dismissively, exchanging a few words with the witch standing next to him. The mocking laughter and haughty looks in your direction leave no doubt about the subject of their conversation. Your kin do not seem overly fond of you. Matazai casts a contemptuous glance at the witches, without hesitation switches to low Gothic. This witch cult scum is not my kin. Half-borns like Avis belong here in the filth of the chasm. He cuts himself off, his gloves squeaking in protest as he clenches his fist. You were trapped, I'm trapped. We could help each other out. You? Help me? The Drakari snorts disdainfully. Why would the quarry help the hunter? If you expect me to believe that... Oh, so you like being in this dump, at the beck and call of this rabble. Aren't you afraid they won't give you back your skin the next time? Matazai clicks his tongue in irritation, and rears back. Before he can respond, Avis makes an impatient gesture. I'm tired of listening to you and your old friend whispering in that primitive babble. Enough. You must go. Matazai grudgingly obeys the order, but as he walks away, he cannot resist tossing another unreadable look in your direction. Okay, now we go to the arena. I do kind of dislike that it just doesn't quite tell us what these actually do. But, okay, let's make our way
None
to the
shall
arena.
stand in my way.
Make our way to the arena. Get this next fight taken care of. Hopefully recruit a Space Wolf soon. That would be really cool. Like, honestly, if we get freaking Ulfnir, I might just hard swap out Abelark, because, like, dude. Pit. Wait, wasn't the arena door here? Why is it gone now? Weird. Weird flex, but okay. Okay, we got Jai and Pascal with us now. That's good. We got more numbers in our squad. We just need to rescue Cassia. Thirster of Woes, an exquisite strife awaits you. The blood-stained proselytes will face the sophisticated killers of the Cabal of Poisonous Whisper. And the challengers who have already survived one fight in the arena will go up against fresh battle meat provided by the Cabal of the Wounded Skies. Okay. Here we are, down over here. Excuse me.
Smite the Xenos.
Alright.
Challenging me, Phil.
Brutal Slith. Okay, Pascal, I'm gonna need you in the front. Abelard, you too. Nearly at. Go here. Jai, you back up. Go second. It's actually. Abelard over on this side. Because Pascal, I want to have some backup since he is still kind of injured. I'll go here, and I think that works. Real quickly, I'm gonna move all this stuff down, make things a little bit neater. Open up with a big analyze. Could just enter the portal. Interesting. Set the front line up here. I mean, any substance in any source. Set the rear up here. To the back line on Abelard for now. This. Scan you, big guy. And let's just hit you with a good old wonk.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Okay.
Horror awaits.
Damage is negligible.
You'll regret this.
Not what I expected to happen. Oh, I didn't realize how many gladiators were on that side. Ooh, this is great.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Okay, let's...
If
mark
I
the two
must,
big guys. Okay,
this tedium is beneath me.
let's mark... Let's
I
mark you,
understand
because
your
not a
intent.
lot of difference. Okay. that. What if I do...
I deal death with my hands.
Huge. Overpin didn't matter that much, unfortunately, but still really good.
If it serves your cause.
Huge. 2 down.
I
Try to take
am not
you
your
out.
Xenos.
Great job, Juliet. That's my girl. Now you guys are all gonna start moving in. Fine though. Oh, you got a sniper up top? That's not cool.
Nobody escapes that.
Pain and
Okay.
duty go hand in hand. A tactically sound approach.
You're gonna move there. Mark this guy.
Victory is imminent.
Charge. Get parried, unfortunately. That. And...
Indeed.
Take the free shield
At
bash
your
at
beck and
least.
call.
Yeah, that's that. Oh, I didn't realize there were snipers. Oh, I did not realize there were snipers. Can I... Okay.
No problem for me.
I'm just gonna tear into this guy. You're almost taken care of. Juliet can probably take the chip damage on him. Eesh, actually. So I don't think I can do... You know what? Let's,
Nothing I can't do.
voice of command. My bait on you, honestly. Give you a little bit of deterrence. Go, Pascal. Take a big wonk.
Let me
Nice, nice.
the afterplay.
Too easy.
Can I get the kill? Cool. Okay, that's one sniper down. Okay, we do have... Nice hour. Go Iliad.
I am here incarnate.
You can make really good use of this.
If I'm
That's probably what the teleporters
No
go
more.
to.
this tedium is beneath. I deal death with my
Good,
hands.
good. God, Iliad, you are magical, sister.
I understand your fortune favors the swift.
Oh, let's... Just hit
My
both of
heart
these guys.
sinks with the thrill of battle.
It should finish off the other one. Big damage to you. He's dead. Huge. You already marked. Yeah, we're good.
I
Analyze.
am not your Xenos pet monkey. If I must.
Great job, Anzu. That's my boy. Hold on, let me organize this a little bit. What is this? Serve cold. Huh, that's neat. Just gonna
A moving target
fucking
looks
mag dump
longer.
you though for a whole bunch of poison, hopefully.
Whoa! I want a medal for that one.
How much poison did that give? Seemingly none. Hmm. Gonna do
I
that.
can do that with the right incentive. You've got a problem, I've got a price.
Go Abelard.
It will be done. At your
And
beck and
one.
an exemplary strike.
Beautiful. Avis runs his fingers along the edge of his blade. Your former, your former captive. You have a chance to rectify the mistake that you made. You forfeit your Archon's favor. One of the witches lets out a acerbic laugh. I doubt Yerameris will change her mind, and Sinistoria will surely not want to give up her new plaything. Matazai glances at the witches, his eyes brimming with a sea of powerless rage. A moment later he looks at you. His expression changes slightly, one eyebrow arcing, as if he's trying to make some agonizing decision. The offer still stands. Would you consider switching sides? A long talk. Iliet chokes, unable to continue. Deis, did you hit your head too many times? You're not going to... Are you? Foolish monkey! The former Drakon of the Reaving Tempest is a property of the cult, and only the succubus has the right... The tormented expression in Matazai's eyes vanish, to be replaced with the malevolent resolve you have come to know. Your offer is accepted, monkey. What did you say, you arrogant wretch?
What advice do you seek?
There we go.
I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy.
So now Matazai's on his own, but... Let's see, you got 3 people there. Do they have snipers again? They do not. Okay, so it's just the 6 of them. Scal goes there. Abelard will go up here. Jai's gonna back up Pascal. Iliet's gonna come back over here. I'm gonna go here again. Okay. Nice big nerf. Proselyte Champion, Avis, Proselyte Torturer. Ooh, you guys are bulky.
My vow is to serve.
Okay, just hit him with the AoE. Give him the splash damage going, Pascal.
The scriptural prophecy is
Good job, good job. Front line set up like here. They're probably gonna run in.
knows all, comprehends all.
I'm gonna set that up on you two. Set that up on you two.
Request approved.
Let's... do. You know what? Iliet.
Absolutely not.
Ah, still part of the same team. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Let's live bait over here.
Nothing I can't do.
They're gonna need it. Shoot your buddy in the back of the head, would ya? Cool, cool, cool.
You call this a strike?
Hey, do that again, would ya?
Already done.
Cool. Great job. So now, go like that. And get a little bit of splash damage going. Cool. Huge. I don't think I'm gonna really be able to get anyone to hit each other again. Let's the range of this.
Suits my
Here
purposes.
you go, early at.
This tedium is beneath
You.
me.
You. And 161,
I am
172.
not your
You.
Xenos pet, monkey.
Cool, cool. Pop perfect spot now, so it's all ready to go. And let's
If it serves
take out
your
Anus.
cause.
Cool. Here you go,
All too
Jai.
easy.
I will herd the prey.
Oh, cool. They were all grouped up for a second. I saw them and just went, that looks like the perfect chance to use a grenade.
I
That,
understand
taking you
your
out.
intent.
Schmoove.
If it serves your cause.
That.
This
Oh my
tedium
god,
is
it's gonna
beneath
blow
me.
you away.
Moving no more.
Blow you
I
away, it's
am
more
not
likely.
your Xenos.
Almost. I don't think.
Fall,
I think I have it on
creatures!
you. Oh yeah, the skull. Yeah, that should take you out. Oh, almost. Might as well throw that on you. And
If it serves your
you,
cause.
I guess. Darn, that was almost really good.
A pathetic attempt.
Over here,
Follow my lead.
tap of the dude at 1 HP. You lucky snot. We're gonna charge
It will be
you.
done. I took care of this one.
Beautiful. A finale as bloody as it is disappointing. The pathetic amateurs who were wrongfully proclaimed champions of the arena have been brought down at the hands of unworthy challengers. Impale the failures, and glory to the victor. They're not even upset that Marazai swapped sides. They do not care. Get out, monkey, and tell Tervantius that he will pay for this insult. I'm gonna loot first. Marazai shakes the blood off his blades and turns to you, battle fury still blazing in his eyes. A moment later, his lips twist into a smile. Well now, one can only marvel at the fickle turns of fate, rogue trader. Sometimes we all have to contend with circumstances that make any ally count. Abelard is trying to convince himself, looking at the Xenos in indignation and dismay. Juliet raises her weapon, uncontained rage flashing in her eyes. I will do what the Inlantok did not have the courage to do. Ah, cousin, you have inexplicably managed to earn the forgiveness of the one you betrayed and pushed into Kamarag's embrace. And now you intend to go against his will by killing me? Your lauded Asuryani restraint is failing you, much as it has before. Ilia hesitates for a few moments and shrinks under the mocking gaze of the Ducati. So, Monkey. Mazai looks at you with a strange expression, as if struggling to comprehend what has just transpired. You really are intent on escaping from the chasm, aren't you? Bold ambitions for arena meet. Call me Monkey one more time and this partnership is over. He grimaces. I will make an effort not to. I have no desire to die for the spectators' amusement. I take it neither do you. Never. I will break out of this arena, avoid the cult's executioners, and make Yamaris and Nazdakai pay for every moment of my humiliation. They'll take us to the chasm now. Let's talk somewhere quiet. The Shrieker's Den will do. Yes, we have much to discuss. I will head there now. Do not make me wait.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Madazai's ability. Madazai is a Drukari and a Dragon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Madazai does not use human weapons and can wear either Drukari armor or, if he learns the required feature, Aldari armor. Madazai's unique ability deals strength-based damage to Madazai himself and inflicts the bleeding effect on him. While Madazai is bleeding, he gains +3 resolve and he can also obtain other bonuses as his powers grow. Madazai is also an assassin. Assassins have a unique parameter called lethality, whose value can change over the course of combat and is equal to either the assassin's dodge or their dodge reduction, whichever is greater. Assassins have a passive keystone ability called Seek the Opening, which allows them to see their enemy's weak spot. Yeah, we already know that from Gabella. Okay, cool.
It's about time.
Look at all this loot we have, though. Cobblite Splinter Pistol. That's an upgrade. Check real quickly. Rate of fire. That's a down on the rate of fire. Down on the range. Yeah, the base damage is better. Yeah, no, the normal Splinter Pistol is actually kind of just better, though. Hex Rifle. Not bad. It's basically a sniper if I need it. That's just better. Bloodseeker's Glaive. New here, no new equipment there. Alrighty.
Follow my lead.
You know, I would like to loot those two, but I guess I'll just have to take the auto loot by walking out. That went very well, honestly, all things considered. Deadshot Splinter Rifle. That's neat. Oh, rate of fire 6. That's pretty cool. Blaster. Collect loot and leave. Alrighty. Got another level also. Well, on the bright side, with Cassia being trapped, is that we do have an empty party slot for Marazai now. Fit that I really wanted. Close the interface. Yes. Inventory. Fellowship. Yeah, that's for base fellowship. Okay. Armor. Better armor the more the higher my lore Imperium is. I could just get another 10 points of lore Imperium. 150 lore Imperium. I'd bring it up to 155. Logic, Imperium, Warp, Phenos, Medicaid, Persuasion, Tech Use. Yeah, I'll just get another I'll do that. Okay, a chance intended armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. I'll gain half the bonuses of No Heresy. Yeah, No Heresy is really good now. Oh, we're finally there. Awareness, craft, coercion, demolition, logic. Excuse me. There's some more Loris Xenos, because she doesn't have like a super high chance of getting all that. Catch on that enemy. Okay, armor and dodge. Yeah, let's get catch. That's actually pretty good. If she doesn't kill them, then they're heavily nerfed. Did not mean to do that. So awareness, carouse, coercion. Okay, let's get athletics a bit higher. No, athletics a bit higher, that's fine. Counter attack stance. It's pretty good. There's release one, there's a rank, attempts to parry, distraction. I got the allies and two range of the rank, against the allies see temporary wounds once per round for each ally. Maximum sex when yield rank gains by gain plus. Maximum sex when yield gains. Okay. Vanguard. I like counterattack stance, that's pretty good. Jai, you are also a fellowship build, really. Demolitions, though, could be pretty good. Persuasion tech use. Let's get demolitions, because you're probably my main demo person at the moment. Against attacks made by allies, deals 25% less damage as deals 50%. Yeah, let's get ally coordination just to be safe. It allows me to play a little bit more fast and loose with some stuff. Logic, 115 tech use. Let's get some logic for you. Put deflection against burning, fraction flame weapons, steal the forge. Call both up scanning. It's not bad. Okay, close up scanning. I think that is pretty good. Fire, arc rifles. Exposing communion. Okay, close up scanning, that's good. Okay, that does us pretty well. That's our levels.
To the stars.
Let's make our way to the pit. To the Shrieker's Nest, or Shrieker's Den, or whatever. It's kind of interesting that they had like the 3 Drukhari there to like prevent us from getting here originally. Like as far as I can tell, there's actually no reason for them to have done that. But whatever. But okay, cool. We have Pascal now. We have Pascal. We have Jai. We're effectively recruiting Madazai now. Okay. I'm gonna real quickly go around and start talking to my squad. See how everyone's holding up. See this like, you know, exclusive dialogue in here.
Lord Captain, I serve at your pleasure.
As you approach, Abelard straightens and grunts in pain as something in his back crunches. You haven't seen your departed wife again?
I have not seen her, Lord Captain. But there are times when I think I hear her laughing in the distance. Or I sense hands touching me, as she used to do, to distract me from my sorrowful ruminations. But I know the difference between reality and fantasy. Now I fear I shall simply have to learn to live with this ghost that appears only to me. With this vision of the past.
Poor buddy. Abelard's a goat. He doesn't deserve this. How you feeling?
I am fit and well, Lord Captain. All that remains is for us to get out of this infernal place alive, return to our vessel, and then my answer to your question will be magnificent.
I love the optimism, buddy. Any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
I am sorry to say I do not. If we had our ship and crew at our disposal, we could be safely within its walls, conduct reconnaissance of this place, and in the end, meet our deaths in battle against the Zeniths, as befits true servants of the God Emperor. However, we are deprived of our usual resources. Now we can only rely on our weapons and our wits.
Do you know anything about this place?
No, Lord Captain. And trust me, I hope to remain in this state of blissful ignorance until my dying day. Just knowing that this abyss exists at all is enough to poison my mind.
Understandable.
If you are so interested in this God Emperor forsaken place, then why not ask your new companion? Your decision to bring him into your retinue ought to at least bring some benefit in our current predicament. It is possible the Xenos Iliad could tell you something about this place. After all, she is in some way related to its denizens. And she is responsible for the fact that we are here at all.
Hey man, mistakes happen. Abelard nods wordlessly and closes his eyes, both out of desire to sleep and a desire to not see his surroundings, even for a short time. Okay. It's Abelard. Hey Pascal. How you doing, buddy?
May these instructions protect the machine spirits that serve me from the blasphemies of corrupted technology.
Pascal is deeply focused on drawing protective runes with sacred unguents on the metal surfaces of his mechadendrites. How are you feeling after all the punishment your body has taken?
Comprehension in progress. The operating principles of xeno-augmetics, while alien to the canon blessed by the Deus Mechanicus, are nonetheless quantifiable. They feed, as parasites do, on my blood and the charge of my potentia coil. I, in turn, feed on their mystery as I nurse new comprehension within me. It is painful. It is necessary.
Aren't you afraid these parasites will devour your soul from within?
This statement is partly true. I have introduced protective equations into the algorithmic chain to guard the digital spirit against the corruption of heresy. The xeno-augmetics embedded in my flesh are yet to be comprehended. The lack of knowledge is painful. But by the Omnissiah's grace, my analysis will conquer their mysteries. Martyrdom is the path to knowledge.
Any valuable thoughts on how we can get out of here?
Strategic recommendation. Analysis has shown that the non-human community is racked by strife. Exploiting the Xenos' mutual differences can result in temporary alliances that will provide the technological means of returning the unit from Valancius to real space.
How does it feel to be in Kamarog? It's a rare opportunity.
This place is calling out to the Omnissiah for an act of purifying and gracious genocide. The spatial disharmony observed here points to its anathematic nature. That being said, complete extermination is not advised. Those in possession of technological knowledge should be rounded up and subjected to interrogation and vivisection prior to disposal.
Don't lose your morale. We're gonna make it.
May the filters of knowledge bestowed upon us by the machine god protect us from the temptations and horrors of blasphemous revelations.
Have you studied Dement's neural augmetic yet?
I have destroyed it.
A slight telltale rattle in Pascal's voice makes him sound unconvincing. You're lying.
This statement is true. I am yet to settle into a definitive course of action. I am running a spot diagnostic on the memory of the heretic Demens. Even though purity protocols stipulate that his blasphemous knowledge must be eradicated, I am not drawn toward forbidden information, but only to data concerning the blessed Amonats.
Have you found out anything?
The success has been partial. Demens Haneman's identity has been confirmed. The widespread influence of paranoid motivations is observable in his cognitive processes, which is what seems to have caused him to break his vows. However, extensive regions of his memory have been damaged by forbidden technologies and are, for now, defying decryption.
What corrupted Dement?
An echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterium that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation.
But you did want to know what he knew. You were interested.
The quest for knowledge is our mission of highest priority. But what Dement's promise was not knowledge, but a distorted copy of it. This was not what the Deus Mechanicus had told us to seek.
Any information on Archimago's Amarnat?
The data discovered is unreadable. It is encrypted, albeit only partially, and I hypothesize that the heretic Demence was attempting to decrypt it. I will take every effort to extract a larger volume of data. Information pointing to the unit referred to as the Maimed Hunter is alleged to be of critical significance.
Continue your search.
Response? Affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution.
I must take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
I'm pretty sure the rest of those options we can probably discover on the flagship. That looked at the conversation that the game was just kind of holding on to there. Oh, Iliad.
You came back from the dark, Elentark, unharmed.
Although Iliad's sharp features remain the same, the deep shadow around her eyes and her listless gaze give her the appearance of a living corpse. The Eldari looks withered, haunted, despondent. But when you approach, the relentlessness in her eyes is replaced with a faint glimmer of hope. How are you?
My body has already healed. The wounds of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elentark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful. And yet, neither rest nor our reconciliation can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul. Kruderak is lost. We are trapped. And the truth remains as hidden from me as ever it was. What happened to my kin? What happened to my world? And why did my dark cousin tell me less than he knew?
There's a roiling darkness in Iliad's emerald eyes that seems to search the very bottom of your soul. What happened to you after the trial?
I was meant to share your fate, Elentak, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education? By replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways? I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurion's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
The crystal in Iliad's chestplate lights up with a crimson glow, and each of her breaths becomes more labored and restless than the last. What do you know about this place?
Kamora. This city grinds down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die, and the shrewd perish regardless. I have never been here before, but few children of Asurion manage to escape the Dark City without surrendering a part of their soul. So what is it that you wish to know?
Who rules the Dark City?
An ancient and powerful Drukhari named Asdrubael Vecht, the supreme overlord of the Cabal of the Black Heart, who reigns over all of the Drukhari with an iron fist. My dark kin consider him to be a living god. Much like your emperor on the Golden Throne, Vecht sits upon a throne of darkness and suffering that keeps Comora's disparate clans from disintegrating. I would not want to meet him if I were you, Elentak.
What about cities other than Komarog?
There are no other cities, Elentak. The Dark City has no bounds. It is a tangle of countless nightmare domains subject to a single ruler. An endless amalgamation of ever-changing and immutable dimensions. You cannot grasp its tenebrous grandeur, for even my life will not be long enough to visit all corners of the Dark City and the realms that border it. But it hardly matters where you go, for death lurks on every corner.
Do you know how we can get out of here?
The Dark City is pierced by millions of spires, and a webway gate may be hidden in any of them. It is the only way out of this place, and an impassable obstacle to any who do not know how to operate it. I know, and will help you should you so desire.
I have other questions.
But do I have the answers that you seek?
You want to discuss something with me?
Not here. The words of my truth are intended only for your ears, Elentak.
Okay. Deis, Iliad's usual pride and arrogance give way to awkwardness and confusion. This is my first time ever having to explain myself like this, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to know the truth. I understand how unworthy I am in your eyes. This may sound like a ridiculous excuse, but I do not want to betray you, Deis. I only wish to learn the truth about Kruderok's demise and find my kin. And when I saw the shard of my world in your dwelling, that trophy mounted on the wall, I was beside myself with fear and rage. When my dark cousin whispered in my ear that he knew the answers to my questions, I made a mistake. I trusted my kin, and fearing that you might refuse me if you knew where I'd been getting my orders from, I simply asked you to direct your ship to this particular system. Did I trust Madazai? No, of course not. I thought he spoke of my kin's location to crush my soul, but he wanted me to go there and find only death instead of them. But hope for the better, prevailed over my faith in you, Elantok. Irliet sighs awkwardly, avoiding your gaze. Filled with hope, the thought never even crossed my mind that this single thread, forever slipping from my grasp, would lead us to the very heart of the Dark City. I'm sorry, Deis, and I wanted you to know that. I understand why you did that, and I forgive you. Irliet's eyes widen in surprise. I give you my word, Deis. I will never betray your trust, ever again. You have shown great compassion by accepting me and forgiving my deed. I do not know if I would have been able to do the same. It pains me to know the hardship you had to endure because of me. You still suffer in this cursed arena, in this cursed city. I also... Irliet pauses, as if hesitant to continue. My soul is crushed, Alantak. The loss of the Kudarak, the horrors of Kamarag, and the Drukari's attempt to re-educate me. I have fully paid the price. I have lost my path and can no longer meditate. My body and my soul know no peace now. And that means that she who thirsts will soon turn her predatory gaze on me. You're unable to meditate? Can that happen? I've heard stories about Aldari unable to reach their inner world because of anguish or madness, and every story had a tragic ending. I cannot help with meditation, but I'm prepared to stay with you and share the silence. That way, you'll be able to forget about the horrors of Kamarag, if only for a little while. Juliet freezes for a second, then gestures for you to take a seat nearby. We had a saying on Kudarak. In silence, you could hear a heartbeat, the music of the soul trying to burst out. Please, share this wordless song with me, Deis. May it bring peace to us both. Aww. I like Juliet. She's a good girl. She's a good noodle. No, and she's just kind of gone now too. And she's just not on the map anymore. Interesting. Right, well, Jai, gonna talk to you real quickly.
Let's see. Your lordship rogue traitor Shireen, bane of my soul and savior of my flesh. Cruel fate has driven us straight into the foulest corner of the galaxy. Home, sweet home to the Drukhari scum. I have it on good authority that no one leaves this place. Not alive, not dead, not even in pieces.
The grim seriousness and the thin, haggard body cannot belong to the Jay Haydari that you know. Before you stands a soldier, tough and no nonsense. How are your lungs?
Good as new, Shireen. No, honest. I can breathe, and I'm not coughing up blood in people's faces anymore. You did well by me again, Shireen. Thank you. I will do my best to repay you in kind.
Jay says with an ironic quirk of her brow as she grubs the faded augmentation that has replaced her lungs and throat. Oh yeah, she is different. Oh, that's neat. They actually did like change her portrait for that. That's cute. That's actually really cool. As if she can't quite believe that it is once again part of her body. About your new persona.
Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, the mysteries of Xeno artifacts, the bowing and scraping before the self-indulgent ecclesiarchy. All that's gone. Everything beyond these walls melted away like a dream. I'm fighting for my life. My soul's being torn to shreds and my body's bleeding. Is it too much to ask to want to be myself, Shireen?
Jai looks at you desperately, almost pleadingly. Behave however you wish. I shall not impose my will upon you.
Oh, well, thanks, I suppose. But can I be the person I really want to be some other time, Shireen? But while we're stuck on Kamura, being a soldier just sits better with me. Can't imagine why.
Do you have any ideas about how we can get out of here?
That's a negative, Shireen. Hatching clever plans has been the last thing on my mind recently, you see. But on the bright side, well, that Ashmag, Homunculus, the Aji Devour, that black-souled bag of bones, was busy experimenting on me. I managed to nick a couple of trinkets from his laboratory. Here, they may come in useful, if not for escaping, then at least for surviving in this rotten hole.
Hey man, some grenades and some drugs are pretty useful. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Jai.
So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock, and the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16, and then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie. But the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shitload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals, and shady connections, and new opportunities. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time, until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her to the expanse. A shitty story, all things considered, Shireen.
I feel like I did not interact with Jai enough to know that she was allegedly some princess, because this is brand new to me. Is Jai your real name at least?
I swear on the grave of my drunkard father who sold me into the mines, and on the lives of the 11 siblings I never had, Shireen.
That doesn't fill me with confidence. No, it most definitely is not. So you used to be an Imperial Guard?
Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, sir. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except, when it comes to the Guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now all the more.
How did you get involved with the Kasbalika?
What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth, instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse.
That's such a good line, I love that.
My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the Guard Command, you see. I'd procure things for them. whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice.
That explains the lung implant. What about the hand?
It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen.
No, so it's perfectly believable. I see.
Whoop the fu- Never mind.
Remain vigilant. I shall need your help yet.
Sir, yes, sir. Your lordship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
Jai's lips curve into a faint smile now that the seal of silence that has shackled them for years has finally been broken. Like, I must not have interacted with Jai that much. Because I've completely missed her original backstory, apparently. But regardless, I'm going to wrap up here. We are a little over time, so I think that's a good point. Thank you all very much for coming around and hanging out. I do appreciate all of you. If you're over on Kick, please consider giving me a follow. It will help out a ton. If you missed any of the stream, I'll be uploading it to YouTube later today. If you're watching this over on YouTube, please do like, comment, subscribe. That does help out a whole bunch. If you want, do feel free to come over and join the streams. I do my best to stream every weekday for about 2 hours, starting at around noon EST. But other than that, thank you all very much once again, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your days. Peace out, homies.